Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another book review. I just read Sacred America, Sacred World, Fulfilling Our Mission and Service to All. This was written by Stephen Dinan, and I wasn't familiar with Stephen's work, but I really agree with the points that he elaborates upon in his book. He talks about everything. He talks about the political climate, he talks about the environmental climate, he talks about racial inequality, gender inequality, the haves and the have-nots, Iran and Iraq, and I was really shocked that anybody had ever bridged that topic before, because he goes back to the Abrahamic society and foundation, and I'd always thought about this myself, but this song, you probably know this if you're like me and you grew up in Christian camp and you sing, Father Abraham had many sons had Father Abraham. And if you go back into Genesis, you know what began the whole kerfluffle with Isaac and Ishmael, because Isaac got the inheritance, he got the birthright. Ishmael, well, Hagar was cast out, and Ishmael too, and they were visited by Gabriel, and Gabriel told Hagar, your son will be blessed. However, of course, it's always however, he will have enmity with his brother, he will be an archer, etc. And yeah, he became the father of the Ishmaelites, or what we know today as Islam. And people forget this point of the story. They always focus on that, but I like this point of the story. When Abraham was getting ready to die, Isaac and Ishmael came back to bury their father together. Note I said together. It's only when Abraham died, though. I mean, why couldn't they come together before he died? I don't get it, but I don't understand. I always felt bad for him. I felt bad for Cain too. I really felt bad for Cain. I just was really aggravated with that. Like, why? He did everything that he thought was right, and yet Abel was the one who, well, Abel brought a lamb, was more pleasing, and etc. But still, it really, really irked me, and I thought, why am I so angry about this? I mean, I'm a Protestant, and yet I can understand completely why Cain would have been so angry and why he would have killed Abel. But I mean, that was a little bit far. That was a little bit extreme for Cain to do that. But anyway, that's really no excuse to play devil's advocate. Yeah, the Abrahamic society, I really like it. It goes back to the fact that Abraham is our father. He is the main patriarch of all the patriarchs. If you go back to Judaism, you know this. I've read the Kabbalah twice. Not the Kabbalah, but I've read the Quran twice. I've read the Kabbalah once. I need to read the Kabbalah again. It's just, yeah, it's very revealing that he would go into that, and we need to reconnect with our Jewish roots. Duh. I mean, that's where it all started. And he said, we're all Africans. I thought, yep, we are. I'm 1% North African myself. Yeah, I don't, doesn't bother me. None of us are 100% pure. I was talking to a friend of mine today. I have a really good friend from El Salvador, and she said, yeah, we're all children of God, and we're all immigrants. I thought, okay, we got this thing with immigration. The only thing that I don't like is immigrants who come in and decide not to follow the rules and, not do what they're supposed to do. But Trump's making it harder. I'm sorry. He just is. And I don't stand on his side. I took a test and it said I was a neoliberal. I thought, really? That's interesting, because I've always seen myself as conservative and an independent, but I guess I could be called an independent, even though I have a lot of ideas that are more liberal than they are conservative. Yeah, it's always been interesting, because I can get where Democrats come in, and I agree with a lot of their ideas. And yeah, he said that there are solutions that both sides should be considered in a fiscal sense, in every sense. And he lists all these different organizations to help at the end of the book. And it's just exhaustive how much research he went into. And he said by 2020, on the 21st of September, he wants it to be he wants it to be a World Peace Day. Yeah, someone's running past. I don't know why they would be running past in this kind of weather. It's really gelid outside. But anyway, Stephen, he has really sensational points to be taken away. And it's a controversial book. It's by no means something that a lot of people would agree with. I agree with it wholeheartedly because I feel like this is the way that we should go about our business. This is the way that we should come to agreement. And there are peaceful solutions to the problem. And there was a quote in there, I forget who said it, but there's no such thing as a good war or a bad peace. I forget who said that. But anyway, it's that quote is resonant. It's very appropriate, especially for this time and what we've come to in our nation. And he brought to the forefront that America has been too long considered the police officer of every other nation, and we can't do that. We can take care of ourselves, but we have to remember we are all it's a global community. It's our planet. We're stewards of it, and it goes into that as well. There's so many different things that this book covers, and by no means is it sort of a non-controversial book, because it's something that I think we need to be awakened. We really do. We need to look at ourselves and realize, hey, we need fixing, and this is the way we're going to do it. And I consider myself an evolutionary rather than a revolutionary. The evolutionaries, and he mentions them by name, were people that wanted to go about this in a way that would be nonviolent. And I thought, yes, please. But why do we have so many problems? Is because we just don't have enough. He mentions he sounded a lot like Shivaji. If you've ever watched the movies, Shivaji actually he turned the black money problem around India, and India became a leader in the UN. India finally got a table and the UN at long last, and became less of a third world country and became one of a world leader. It also developed a college, and he mentions this. This solution that it would be trade programs. I thought that's exactly what I'm talking about. We need trade programs. We need marriage counseling for people to know how to actually keep their marriage. Family counseling for people who go through divorce when they're young, to deal with that. The nuclear family in and of itself needs work. And he talks about wages and how minimum wage should be at least commiserate with the amount of work that somebody does. And it's really a fascinating book, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't read it, read it. I think this should be a conversation all of us should have. I'm going to actually donate this to my church because I'm done reading it, and I feel like it can be a gift to other people, and I feel like this is a wake-up call for all of us. And I know I'm one person, and I probably think that my magicians out there are thinking, well, what can I do? How can I help? Oh, there are many ways. You can spread the gospel of this book, for one thing. And secondly, have some people in Congress read it, because Congress is where we need to start. Congress is not the problem. We are the solution that we wish to see, like Gandhi said. But we just need to get to work, and the sooner the better, because I really want to see that peace day come to pass in 2020, like he says. And I think it's possible. I know it seems a little bit far-fetched. A lot of people are like, no, you don't know. He's just the catalyst. He is the person, the think outside the box type, and the dreamer, the idealist, the type of person that you think, oh, you're absolutely nuts. But yeah, he's on to something. He really is, and I give him credit. And I think along the same lines of Stephen, but it's just it'll be a process. It's not something that's just going to happen overnight. But when he talks about Iraq and Iran and how to better deal with these countries, you start to think, wow, we've been going about it all wrong. Yeah, we have been going about it all wrong. It's just that, no, Islamic people, they're not bad. Not all of them are. There are some who are. You've got your ISIS, you've got your Boko Haram, you've got groups like Al Qaeda who want nothing better to do than to just blow people up in the name of Allah. And I've read, like I said, I've read the Quran. It doesn't say anything about this. Of course, it says something about the infidel, but out of context, come on, this is stupid. No, 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 no. Real Islamic person will say that's not true because they see, they don't have forgiveness like Christianity does, but they have a brotherhood, they have a love, it's unconditional love. Allah is, he is compassionate. I thought, yes, God is compassionate in all understandings. All, like C.S. Lewis, I love this. If you read the Chronicles of Narnia, I held this to the highest degree, but one of the characters says all roads are just, their pathways to God. I thought, yes, yes, they are. This is just a different understanding because we're all different. We're all human beings, but we're all different. We all think, we all have different perspectives. And yeah, he talks about this. But I really don't have that much else to say. So until next time, I will see you. The Lone Prosper. Ciao, Susie.